This shit better work. All right. This is attempt number 5. It's taken me since yesterday evening to figure out something that's going to work for this. So, I did my first questions and answers on YouTube. I have everybody's questions lined up. It was the same 3 guys who are always commenting on my videos, which I always appreciate you guys big time. It would be a lonely place without you right now. So, appreciate you coming along for the ride and interacting. So I'm trying to interact with you guys. So I'm going to break up the questions. David Kistner had a lot more questions than everybody else. So we're just going to get this thing started. Production value on questions and answers 2 hopefully will be better next time. I'm having a hard time with the software right now. So let's jump right into it. Cheers. David Kistner, we're going to start off with your first 7 out of many, okay? Question 1, how big is your penis? Answer honestly, Ryan. Have you ever been on a dating website, looked at your competition, filled out your own profile, and maybe you're like 5'9", 10, 11. I'm like 5'10 and a half in reality, but I'd always put 6 foot because everybody else is doing the same thing. So I'll tell you 6 inches, and you can gather the rest of that information yourself. Question number 2. What 3 things would you bring to a deserted island and why? It would be just you, and you'd live there for a year before being rescued. Well, I'm not an outdoor guy. I don't know how to survive like that. Very much a city dude. So I would bring a bunch of cans of Chef Boyardee. I would bring a lighter, and I'd bring my fleshlight. Question number 3. If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would it be and why? I wouldn't mind staying on a cruise ship. I don't want to go anywhere that's fucking hot. I already lived somewhere my whole life that's hot. Put me on a cruise ship and let me just stay on that. I could go outside when I want, stay inside. I'm just an inside dude. Question number 4. Do you honestly find Bailey J attractive? Okay, so David Kistner introduced himself to me in the very beginning after I dug him out of hiding for like 10 years, and he sent me some tranny porn. So Bailey J, like, I know my raps and my prank calls are gay, but I'm not trying to get a chick with a dick. Question number 5. What's your favorite YouTube channel that you're subscribed to? I'm going to get to that a little bit later in this, so stay tuned because there was a YouTube channel question, and I have some bookmarks open to show you some of the ones that I watch the most. So stay tuned for that one. When's the last time you shit your pants? I don't feel like it's been that long ago, but it wasn't in public. Sometimes I kind of push things to the last second and run to the bathroom here. And, I've left a little something in the drawers. So let's see. Number 7. What kind of computer do you own? You an Apple man? Gay. I'm not an Apple man unless it's my phone. I do have an iPhone. I've had iPhones for a long time. I do have some Android devices, but it's just everything is so set up for iPhones for me with what I do. I do almost all of my video recording and editing on my iPhone. So, but all the laptops and desktops that I have are Windows. So half gay, half credit. Okay, let's bump on over to my boy Jeff. Now, if you don't know, I've mentioned this in other videos. Jeff was the original second half of the Silly Review duo. So in the mid-2000s, we were both cranking out the Silly Reviews. He had some great ones. And I'll be showing you his channel where he has some of the old ones. Like he recorded them with the potato, but that's the kind of equipment that was available back then. So Jeff's question is, favorite movie of all time? Well, I guess I'm going to be a basic bitch with this. Any of the movies I can think of are pretty popular. So Shawshank Redemption is the one. Shawshank Redemption. There's some other ones that are up there. There's probably some that I've watched more, like Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, Tommy Boy, but if I was just stuck with one, I'd be watching Shawshank. I just think it's the greatest. The intro of Saving Private Ryan is my favorite intro of a movie. My favorite movie to watch on a really good setup, surround sound and stuff, was a Rambo that came out like 2008, 2009, something like that. So there's that one. So we're going to clear off this, and we're going to bump on over to EDP's number one fan. This is a guy who's been with me for a really long time on this channel, commenting and everything. Really appreciate you. Here's his questions, and here are my answers. How do you come up with these ideas for videos and reviews? I come up with them, man, I don't know how this brain works or how to explain it. I'm 24/7 thinking of weird shit and things that I think are funny. Clearly, with the progress of the channel being so slow over a dozen years plus, not everybody else thinks they're funny, but you guys get it, so that makes me happy enough. How do I come up with them, man? It's just how this brain works. What's your favorite food, man? I will binge on nachos or macaroni and cheese. It's a toss-up between those two. Favorite drink? If you're talking about a soda, I like a Diet Dr. Pepper. If you're talking about a beer, give me a Bud Light Platinum, because those pack some punch. And actually, this is just a Bud Light. I don't know if you can see that. And if you're talking about a non-soda, non-alcoholic beverage, V8. I've actually reviewed V8. I like V8. What would you do with $1 million? I would bankroll all these ideas that I have. I have so many different ideas. I just wish I had the money to get people to help me with them. Political views. Touchy subject. Try not to put too much of that out there, but a lot of my beliefs probably lean right. And a lot of them don't, though. I don't want to separate myself from anybody by getting too in-depth with that. I can tolerate anybody who just basically, as long as whatever you believe in, as long as you don't step on my toes, do what you want to do. Just stay out of my way. I'll do the same. Best vacation ever would probably be when I was a kid, and I went with my mom. I don't know if it was in Florida or somewhere, but there's a go-kart place. It was called Fast Eddie's. It's just a really good memory that I have. So that was the best vacation ever. I had a good time, and I could tell that my mom was really happy. She took my brother and I to that. Any sports you like? I was a football player throughout high school. Succeeded in that pretty well. Followed football, love the Saints. But in the past couple of years, man, I'm not that big into football anymore. As far as just being a fan, NBA, basketball, big time. Which teams? Home teams. Always the home teams. Pelicans, Saints. Your hobbies. Trying to bring these ideas I have to life. Like silly reviews is a hobby. A few games on Xbox One are hobbies. Like NBA 2K. I like playing whatever game online that I have the time to play with my buddy Jeff. Worst job you ever had? My very first job when I was just turned 16, my brother was a busboy at a restaurant around the corner. It's a fancy schmancy Italian restaurant. A bunch of brazen old people worked there. I quit in 2 days. On the second day, I had dropped a hot pan of rolls, and old lady yelled at me, picked up the rolls, and she just threw them back in the pan and said, fuck it. She started picking them all up, throwing them in the pan, and said, fuck it. And she had me put them back on the table. And that just wasn't worth it for me. So let's see. Favorite thing about being a YouTuber? Just when I get reactions out of people, you guys' comments are a big deal, man. I look forward to them. Every time I post a video, I'd be lying if I didn't say, like, I'm waiting for an alert to go off on my phone and tell me that one of you guys commented or somebody new. Sometimes I successfully troll people. Those comments are enjoyable. I don't beat them up about it, but I have my fun that way. That's kind of how Silly Reviews got started. You like coffee? I like coffee, hot coffee, when it's cold outside, and that's only for a few months of the year down here. Opinions on the Second Amendment, your right to bear arms, I'm for it. Especially, as the government gets more and more power. But again, politics, I'm going to kind of steer clear. Favorite toilet paper, I don't really use toilet paper a whole lot. I use fresh wipes when I need to, but I I've had a bidet on my toilet at the condo I used to live in this house now. And I really can't shit anywhere else. I don't know what I'm going to do if I get another girlfriend and I have to stay at her house and take a shit. I'll probably just do what I've done in the past, which is make up some reason to go home. Because I can't shit somewhere that doesn't have a bidet. I think it's gross to just use dry toilet paper, especially on a dude's hairy ass. Like, dude, you're just spreading it. Like, you're not getting clean that way. I'm weird about that stuff. People from high school actually, over the years, if I've run into them, we just get to bullshitting. If we're having some drinks or something, like they remember me as the guy who like couldn't shit without taking a shower. Whatever. What kind of music do you like? I think EDM, electronic music, always been my favorite, and the genre within that would be breaks, man. Florida breaks. That's my shit. They used to really like to go out and dance and stuff, and break beats were it. Do you like comedians? I do. I don't really follow anybody just off the top of my head. Brian Regan is somebody I like, and he does clean comedy, and he's very animated and seems like a good guy. I like it. So who's your favorite one? Just went into that. What kind of car do you have? I have a late 2000s Volkswagen Jetta. Nothing fancy. I try to keep it clean. It's getting a lot of miles on it, but I try to take care of it. Pretty much with all vehicles that I have owned, I paid cash for them, and when I'm ready for a new one, I sell the one I have, and I have some savings behind it, and I get another one, pay cash, take care of it. That's really like, I wouldn't be able to ever save money if I had a car note. It's just too much. Dream car. Nice truck, man. Nice Tundra. Crewmax Tundra, man. My dad has one. It's really nice. Let's see. Peace out, Ryan. More questions if you want. I would like some more, so we'll do a volume 2 of this, okay? So now we're going to bounce out of these. We're going to go back to David. Questions 8 through 14. Why? Well, shit, that's really open-ended, isn't it? Why what? Why? Fuck, why not? I don't know. I'll give you kind of a deep answer. Why? Why get up every day and keep, driving, striving, whatever the word is? I guess because society says you have to. Got to pay bills. Got to live somewhere. I don't know. Why? You have to. How many? Oh, Jesus. How many women or men, I don't judge, have you slept with? Now, interesting caveat here. To completion. That changes the number big time. So, going on 40 years old. I'm a few years away, but I'm getting there. How many? To completion. Not to completion. And I'm not trying to brag about anything, and I know based on my buddies that I've been friends with for so long, my number's way low anyway. But to be honest, which I'd never be honest with a female about it, and I'd never ask her what her number is, because who needs to know that shit? Between 20 and 30, but to completion, maybe less than 10. What's your favorite animal? Got to be the rhino, man. Big, strong, just king of, the animal kingdom, or up at the top like that, but very just leave it alone, man. Not doesn't eat meat. That's kind of crazy. Just a big motherfucker who just stay out of its way, or you're going to get the horn. Pepsi or Coke? Diet Pepsi. Favorite song? That's just too difficult, man. I hate to just leave your question hanging, but that's too difficult. Probably one of my own songs. Where am I at? Do you eat your wife's ass when it's sexy time? If not, you got to try it, man. Okay, well, I don't have a wife. But in all my sexual history, man, I'm like, your butt, exit only, man. My butt too. Had a couple of women who try to, dibble dabble a finger back there, man. I don't like that, man. It's like poo comes out of there. That's just me, man. But I know, especially in 2018, man, ass eating is hot. Not for me though. Don't ask me. Don't try to touch my butt. That's it. Would you eat my wife? Would you eat my wife's ass? As I sat and watched in the corner. I don't know, man. How much are you willing to pay for that fetish? Okay, so now that was question 14. Let's go to 15, 16, and 17 from David. Question 15. If you could pick a way to die, how would it be? And you can't say in your sleep because that's gay. Okay. Well, you took away my first option. So basically any way that's not going to be suffering, man. I hope I don't jinx myself right now, man. But my whole life, like, I don't get sick. Don't miss work. I don't think I've ever had to call into a job because I was sick. So something that doesn't involve suffering, man. Like, if I can't go in my sleep painlessly, like something just super traumatic where it's just over, lights out, don't even know. That's too dark. Are you Team Ren or Team Stimpy, and why? Okay. This is pretty awesome because my mom was a fan of Ren and Stimpy, which was cool because I was only like 11, 12 when Ren and Stimpy was hot on MTV, and my mom loved Stimpy. A couple of times, I don't know if it was birthdays or Christmas or whatever, but I had bought her Stimpy stuff, man. She loved Ren and Stimpy. She was a Stimpy fan. I'm a Ren fan. He's neurotic. I've been described as neurotic, so I guess I relate. So that's why. What's your favorite style of pizza? Toppings. Asking about toppings. And favorite between Pizza Hut, Papa John's, Domino's, and Little Caesars. Well, when I'm broke, which has been a lot of the time lately, I don't even have the option to go to anywhere else besides Little Caesars for a $5 hot and ready. So it's going to be Little Caesars financially. Now, if I just got all the money in the world and those are my choices, I've always been a Pizza Hut guy. Something about the sauce, and it's a lot of sauce. I like a lot of sauce. And stuffed crust. I like the stuffed crust. And this is going to be the last one, but then I'm going to bounce into these YouTube channels that I watch. Question number 18. If you had $1 million, what would you do with it all? Down to the penny, Ryan. Don't bullshit me. If I had $1 million, man, I would back all these ideas that I have. And I would definitely try to spend it less frivolously than I've done in the past in my life when I've made money. And you never have that foresight, I guess, to see that it could be gone. So I've done that a bunch of times. So if I had $1 million, I'll just bankroll down to the penny these ideas that I have. So, and with time, they'll all still, have a chance. So, okay. Channels that I like. Probably the channel within the past 6 months that I've watched the absolute most of, and this might seem weird, is going to be this one. Chronicles of Judah 144. And the reason why I say it's weird is because this is a black dude. From all the information I've collected from watching all of his videos, he's probably around my age, late 30s. And why I say it's weird is because he's like a pro-black dude. And but he's really just about get your shit together and make responsible decisions. He's pro black man because he wants to see I guess you could say his people just do a little bit better in America. And but what he says can be applied to any man. Just, be careful who you put your dick in. Don't sleep with crazy. Don't get overly attached to a woman. Make sure you're comfortable with yourself. All that stuff I strongly believe in. He also gets into some religious stuff without throwing it, burying it down your throat. And it's just very entertaining. And I mean, his videos I've watched, binged on him because I enjoyed. He does a lot of NBA coverage, and his insight on that makes a lot of sense to me. So that's probably the channel that I watch the most of, this Chronicles of Judah 144. Another guy who's kind of hit and miss for me is going to be Think Like a Cop. Rick is his name. Former cop, has this YouTube channel, kind of, sort of tells it like it is. He pops on his microphone a lot, and it's really fucking aggravating. Like his P's and his B's pop hard all the time. He just got a new microphone. It seems to be better. Anyway, but he's hit or miss. He tells it like it is, though, about race stuff. So he's somebody I like. Another one is going to be Phone Losers of America. This is somebody, and I believe my buddy Jeff turned me on to this guy this year. And He's just funny. Gerbel. He always says his last name is Gerbel. He's just got a lot of good ideas. He inspired me for some recent prank calls that I did, like Will It Flush. So check out Phone Losers of America. Another one would be, it's an interesting one. I like to play NBA 2K. That's one of my hobbies. It's just, I like to sit. I'll be like half editing a video on my phone, then I'll play like a half of 2K, go back to getting a task done or whatever. But this 2K with the Pop Boy, I was looking for some help with the 2K18, and I found one of his videos. And to be honest, and if he's watching this, it was really annoying because he was real silly with it when I'm looking for this certain information. And he liked to freestyle rap and stuff like that, which I could appreciate and relate to. But I let him know, man, if you cut that out for this particular channel or these videos, man, like come 2K19, you're going to blow up. And I really think he is, because he does a lot of studying and like trial and error and different things to back up what he says. This will work in 2K and why, to help you beat people online, beat the computer and stuff. So I'm hoping for good things from him, because we've been in communication a little bit with some messages and comments and on Twitter, and seems like a good dude. So, and very helpful information. So that might not, matter to many of y'all, but if you like 2K18, go to 2K with the Pop Boy. Silly Reviews Jeff, it's my buddy Jeff. He has this channel with a handful of videos on it of his old silly reviews from way back, potato quality. And every now and then I hint to Jeff, like, come on, dude, make a new silly review. But he's got a lot going on. So, silly reviews is kind of the last thing on his plate, I guess. This guy, Nine Malls, man, I've been subscribed to this guy when he had nobody. I was looking up long time ago just other people who were doing product reviews, see what they were doing. I was kind of second guessing my whole silly reviews type trolling deal. And I've just stayed following this guy because he's just been at it for so long. Nine Malls. Check him out. Just seems like a friendly dude. Nice guy who reviews lots and lots and lots and lots of stuff. And his videos don't get a lot of views like mine either, but he gets more than mine, so good for him. But just seems like a nice guy. Smack is a new cat that I started following and got into contact with recently because I had a good idea that would go with his channel. Basically, he takes like something, a quick little video, and then he edits in something that just catches you off guard with it. Hard to explain, but check out Smack. He's only got 599 subscribers, so check him out. They're quick little videos. You'll see them on your subscribe, a little update on your phone or something like that. And I mean, a lot of them just make me laugh. And this is Smack's backup channel, which is called Darth Demonetized. And he said that's for videos. I don't think necessarily that because they've been demonetized, but he said something along the lines of they're just not his favorite, or he doesn't think that they're that good. He critiques himself really hard, so you'll find a bunch of extras on this one. So I guess that's about it for the Q&A. On the next one, I'm going to figure out this OBS software and have better production value. So leave a comment, like, subscribe, all that stuff. And the three guys who I answered your questions, I hope you watch this and say something about it, okay? But don't be too mean, man. I had a long fucking Sunday. Like, been up since 6 this morning, and it is 11:46. So let me get this edited and uploaded, and have a great day.